Welcome to Q&A Tuesday. So today we're going to be talking about the secrets to a 5-figure program launch and what are some of the mistakes that people generally make that I see, the biggest mistakes, and what are the things that you need to know and you need to do to ensure that your program launch is 5 figures or 6 figures or 7 figures. Maybe not 7 figures the very first time, but certainly 5 figures the first time is possible for you. Every program launch that I've had has been 5 figures or more, and right from the beginning. And my clients are going through their first program launches right now, and so it's been great to see. And whoa, the cat is moving the tripod. And so it gave me the idea that there are a lot of things that people don't know about what goes into a launch and how important being strategic about what you are creating and what you're doing to ensure that you have a 5-figure launch. So the first secret is that 5-figure launches are strategic. They do not happen just because you've just thrown it together, or you're like, you know what, today I'm gonna launch my program, or today I'm gonna be posting about this program that I've created. There's a lot of strategy that goes into it before that. So you don't want to throw it together willy-nilly, because that's when those programs fail. It's also, when thrown together, it's also how people end up hearing crickets. Now, I ensure that my clients do not hear crickets when they launch their program because they've done the research. We go through an entire process of making sure that the program they're creating is what people want. I see so often that people come to me and they've created programs based on what they know their clients need rather than based on what their clients want. So instead of thinking about what you want to provide and what you are really great at and what you have to offer, you first want to be thinking about what do the people I want to work with, what do they want? Because you can create all the programs you want for all the time that you'd like to create them, but if no one ever buys them and nobody wants them, then you're never going to make money at that. And eventually you're going to have to give up creating programs or running programs that nobody wants. And a lot of the time, it's not just that you've created a program that people don't want. A lot of it is just that you've messaged it wrong, or that you're not connecting with the people that you want to connect with, or that you're not saying it in a way that resonates with them. So it's not necessarily that you need to throw your program idea out, but it requires some tweaks. So considering that it's not just your program, it might be that you're not connecting with your people. So strategize, make sure that you have a way to get people excited. So program launches are not things that just happen for a week. They don't happen for just one day. Program launches are things that happen over weeks, over time. It's not something that you decide one day, I'm going to launch my program, and then next week when nobody signs up, you just give up and you move on to the next shiny object, or the next idea, or the next type of program, or the next package. So you want to be sticking with it because people are just learning about it. They're just hearing about it for the first time. So they need to, have some hype. They need to hear about it multiple times before they're going to say, oh my gosh, this program is something that I need to be a part of. So that gets me on the topic of selling. So if you don't want to sell, you don't want to be salesy, then you don't want to make money, because money is always going to come to you through somebody else. You're going to have to speak about your programs. You're going to have to talk about money. You're going to have to sell your program in order to get people in. And if people do not pay for your program, they can't get the help that they want. So it's important that they are paying for your program. It's important that they hear about it. It's important that you're selling. So you can't be afraid of selling if you want to have a 5-figure launch. You have to get very comfortable with money and receiving money from people for your launch. You cannot feel bad about receiving money in exchange for a program that people really want. So you can't be afraid of sales. If you're gonna have a 5-figure launch, there can be no fear around sales. It can feel uncomfortable, of course. Nobody got into their business because they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a great salesperson. None of us got into this business because we wanted to be salespeople. We got into our businesses because we wanted to help people. But we are not helping anybody if we are not getting them in our programs, and the only way to get them in our program is to sell to them. So definitely start with getting comfortable with selling. Okay, so what did I write down for some secrets? This is a good one. So I think that there's a misconception around the fact that people think, okay, if I'm gonna have a 5-figure launch, then I need to invest a ton of money into Facebook ads. I need to invest a ton of money into this launch for me to get a lot out of it. And I am a huge proponent of using Facebook ads. I love them. I get so excited when I get to start working on them with my clients and when they get to see how powerful they are. However, every single time that I've sold out my programs, every single time that I have even made a lot of money in my business, it was not due to Facebook ads. It was due to the fact that I was building a connection with people. Again, like I said before, money will always come to you through another person. So if it's coming to you through another person, doing a Facebook ad is great to get them on your list, but you still need to do something with those people. You still need to sell something to them. And it's not the time to use Facebook ads when you're launching your program for the first time. I actually don't use Facebook ads to promote my program whatsoever, because I want people to get to know me first, get to know what I do first. I want them to get comfortable with the content and what I teach and feel like we have a connection, and I want to get to know them before they're going to join any of my programs or start working with me. So if you're going to be using Facebook ads, you want to use Facebook ads in a way that's nurturing those people, and you're building that relationship so you're getting them into your sales funnel. So you have a strategic process that they go through in order to move through your sales funnel. But you don't want to spend money on Facebook ads getting people into a program that are cold leads, that don't know you, that have never met you. So there needs to be a strategy in terms of how you get them onto your list or to get to know you, that you would use Facebook ads for. And then once they're already in there, then you're going to use those channels to sell them into another program of yours. So again, being strategic, and again, selling. You don't need to invest tons of money into Facebook ads. There are tons of paid ways, such as using Instagram, such as talking about it, using webinars to get people into your launch. A webinar, I didn't even write this one down, but a webinar is one of the best ways to sell a 5-figure launch, because you can speak to a lot of people at one time. Again, a webinar needs to be very strategic. Where in the process are you going to offer them the webinar? How is the webinar going to get them to get the content you are teaching about, but then to also move them into becoming a paid client in your program or working with you? So again, you want to make a strategic webinar. How does it fit into your launch strategy? How does it fit into your funnel strategy? And then how does it get people to start working with you? Again, there's a strategy and a structure behind all of these things, and you want to be strategic with your time, and you want to be strategic with how a customer moves through this stuff. So strategy, sell are two main things. Okay, how are you creating hype? Because you want to create hype consistently about it. People need to hear about your program around 6 to 8 times before they're ready to purchase. So you can't just talk about it for 1 week. You can't just talk about it for 1 day. You want to be talking about it over a consistent period of time. So they keep on hearing about it. Again, you can't be afraid of selling, right? We're in the business of helping people. Helping people means selling, because that's how we will serve them. Selling is serving. So make sure that you are having challenges or events or live videos or webinars or cleanses or free things. Even a free group can get people into your paid group. So make sure that you are creating fun things that are happening, creating some insights into what they're going to learn from you, and getting to know what you do and how you can work with people, so that you're building that know, like, and trust factor. You're talking about your program and what you do and how that can help them. And then that piques their interest, and the more they hear about this program that sounds perfect for what they're looking for, thank you, LaToya, the more they hear about it, the more they want to join in. So selling, strategy, keep talking about it, and go back through those 3 things again. Creating hype. No, this is also not the time to create ads for the hype, because that's too late. You want to be nurturing them from the beginning. You want to nurture them for a period of time before you start hyping them up about your program. So have a strategy to hype them up. Okay, enough. I'm sure you're like, enough about the strategy and the selling, Tanya. I get it. We have to have a strategy and we need to sell. Okay, what are some of the biggest mistakes that I see happening, and how can you avoid them? Number 1 is people jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing. Shiny object syndrome. Maybe I should try this. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I didn't message it right there. Maybe I should try this. People need to see it multiple times. So don't expect that people are going to jump the very first day that you talk about it. They need to hear about it a couple of times. They're not sure. They need to hear more about it. Maybe they need to speak to you. Maybe they need to think about it. Maybe they don't feel like they have the money right now. Maybe they need to pray on it. Maybe they need to figure out their money stuff. Maybe they need to speak to you. So keep in mind that you don't want to be jumping from thing to thing. You want to be consistent with it. They want to know clearly what they're getting themselves into. How is this going to benefit them? And they need to hear about it a lot before they're ready. So many people are going to decide to join your program at the very last second because they've waited, and now it's like do or die time, and it's like you're either in or you're out. They don't have any more time to waste, but most people will wait to the last second. So if nobody has joined your program and no one has signed up for it, at the very beginning of your launch, I usually do a 6-week launch with my clients because I think that that's like a good amount of time to get everything done. But so if at the end, let's say you're on week 3 and nobody has signed up for it yet, that is not the time to be like, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm gonna try something new, maybe I should create a different program. No, that just means we need to tweak some of the messaging, okay? So don't throw out a program just because nobody has signed up for it yet. It's likely that it just needs a little bit of tweaking and a little bit more strategy and a little bit more selling for you to get people in, okay? Okay, keep things simple and make sure you do the research. So I don't think that you should just create a program based on what you want. That is one of the biggest things I see as the mistake, is people create programs based on what they want or what they think people want. And they don't do the research to actually check what do people actually want. And so we're creating things for us that are a couple of steps ahead of the people that are actually going to be joining your program. Yes, I see it all the time because we're like, oh my gosh, I just want to help people. And I know that this is what they need. I see this, I hear this every day. But that's not what they want. They don't want that. They want something else. They don't know that what you're going to offer them is really what they need right now. They're not at that point yet. So you want to speak to the need that they have and then give them the thing that's actually going to give them the result that they really want. But you need to know the deeper meaning, not just the surface level thing, the deeper meaning behind that in order to be able to sell something that they want to jump on. Because if it's just very surface level, it's very easy for them to say, you know, maybe I don't need that right now. Maybe it's not right for me right now. Because people are always looking for a reason why this is not right for them. It's a big piece of advice that I have for everybody. Yeah, speak to the need, speak to the result of what they're going to get. What are they going to create? What is the results that they're looking to achieve rather than, or like speaking to what they think that they need rather than what we think that they need. Because that's how we're going to connect with them. So also remember that people are always looking for a reason why this is not right for them. So if they're looking for a reason why this is not right for them, you want to keep it simple. Don't get all fancy with like all this lingo or alliteration or whatever. They're like, I don't know what this program is about. Just tell them simply, this is what it's about. This is the result that you're going to get. Keep it simple. This is not the place for fancy. Keep it short, sweet, and simple. Straight to the point. Okay, what are some other mistakes? People focus on all the wrong things. They're focusing on all the content that they're going to give them and all the things that are included and all this stuff. And it's like, no, they don't. Honestly, I was just telling this to a client this evening, was that some of the ladies in my program joined my program not even knowing what the program included, because they weren't joining the program for all these features that it included. They were joining the program because of the results that they wanted to get, because they felt like working with me, my program, was going to get them the results that they were looking for. So focus on how is this going to benefit them. They don't need to know every little detail of what you're going to cover, and just tell them the details that they care about. How do you know what they care about? You know because you've done the research, you've spoken to them. Again, why the research is so important. Again, why the strategy is so important. Again, why speaking to people is so important. So you know because people told you. Okay, so don't focus on the content. And finally, for our final biggest mistake, people do not focus on making money. It's not spiritual to make money. It's, I didn't get into this business to make money. Okay. But if you do not make money in your business, you won't be in business for very much longer. So it's important to think about the money. The money is important. Give yourself permission to be rich. It is not gross to be rich. It is not bad to be rich. Being rich means that you can give back. It means that you can help more people. It means that you have helped more people. If you are receiving money, if you are getting rich from offering your services, you are helping people. I mean, I hope, unless you're faking it. But if you are a true, honest person and you are serving people with your services, the more money you make, the more that means you've helped people. The more people that have been helped by you. It is important that you are making money, both for yourself, both for the world, and for your clients. If they don't pay for things, they're not going to get results. And everyone doesn't believe me when I say this, but it is true, and I see it happen over and over and over again, is that when we get something for free, we don't value it in the same way that we do if we paid for it. We don't up level. We ourselves are not up leveling. Thank you, Latoya. Thanks for the support. Yeah. Like, we as business owners need to invest in the things that we want so that we rise to the occasion, so that we value it, so that we work for it and we make it worthwhile, and we feel the need to get every single thing we can out of this program or service or product. We use it and we value it when we've paid for it. So it's important that you do focus on the money. You also don't want to be creating a program where you're putting in all of your efforts and you're not making any money, and you're not, if you're not making any money, you can't stay in business, you can't offer the program. If you're getting paid 5 figures to do a program where you are working with dream clients that you love and you feel so grateful for every moment that you get to work with them, like I do. I work with the most amazing humans on the planet, and I feel so lucky to get to do this work. I don't do it for the money. but I know that the money is important for me to help more people, for my clients to get the help that they want, for them to get the results that they want, and also for them to value what they are doing with their time. They are valuing the content, they value it because they have paid money to get access to it. So they're using it. And so the money is important, both for you, for the world, and for your clients. And that means if you're selling, if you're making money, if you're receiving money from clients, you also need to be bold about talking about money. You cannot shy away from talking about money with your clients because money is uncomfortable for people to talk about, and you need to be bold with them. Because if you allow them to stay in their money shit stories, then you're not helping anybody. If you allow them to, if you buy into their story that they don't have the money, that they can't afford it, then it's not important for them. Either it's not important, it's not the right fit, or they don't believe that they are worthy or capable of moving forward. They don't believe in themselves. And so are we going to be doing our job? Are we doing them a disservice by allowing them to stay stuck in that fear, to stay stuck in that lack of confidence or insecurity, or to not see how important this is for them? We need to be bold because we were not, and we're not ever going to be hired to be their best friend, unless that's what you're being paid to be. I don't get hired to be people's best friend. I get hired to help them grow their business. And that means that I need to be bold with them, and I can't allow myself to buy into their shit money stories or shitty money stories. So don't buy into the I can't afford it. When it is important to people, they will find a way. And you cannot shy away from dealing with the money stuff. You have to love money, you have to feel worthy of it, and you have to own up to the fact that you have to pay money, you have to be paid money, you have to receive money for your services. It's an exchange, it's a bartering system, and when you receive money, that just means that you are helping more people and you are able to give back in so many more ways. Your clients will be giving back, they'll be paying it forward with their services. Plus, you can give back by working with more people and by being charitable, by using that money to do other things that are going to help people. So don't shy away from money. Sell, sell, sell. Talk about your program many, many times. And above all, be strategic. Have a strategy in place. Don't throw it together willy-nilly, because if you do, you will be disappointed with the results, and then you're going to be like, oh, this program sucks, or oh, I need to start again, or oh, I wasted so much time. You didn't have a strategy. It doesn't require to be thrown out. It just means that it needs to be tweaked. There needs to be a strategy behind it, and you need to warm people up to it. You need to speak about it more. You need to sell it more. You need some help figuring that out. So I think that's all that I had on here. Oh, don't be afraid of being salesy, because selling is serving. So that's all I have for today. I hope this was powerful for you guys, and I hope that you will have a 5-figure launch by being strategic and selling and speaking about your program and not relying on Facebook ads and not going from thing to thing or being afraid of speaking about money. Okay? So if you are struggling with your launch, or you've had a launch that didn't go as planned, and you would really like some support around that, or to talk about it, or to strategize what you need to do so that you can have a 5-figure launch, I will leave a link in this video, and you can book a 30-minute call with me and we can discuss it. I can take a look at it, and we can speak about how I can help. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I can't wait for all the fun things that I have coming up for you guys. And don't forget to get the Go-Getter's Guide to Making Money, or the Go-Getter's Guide to Becoming a Badass Businesswoman. I'll leave those links as well in this, because fears And getting outside your comfort zone is something that comes up over and over and over again on this journey, especially when it comes to being bold and talking about money, especially when it comes to launching a program and being in totally new territory, a fish out of water, when it comes to talking about sales and selling and programs and working with clients. So it's necessary to get out of your comfort zone and be fearless, or feel the fear and do it anyways, as well as you want to fall in love with money, fall in love with making money and being a badass and a go-getter at making money so that you can help more people in the world and have lots of huge launches and make tons of money and live the life that you want and not be sorry about it, and know that by making money you are helping people because you're a good person, you're good at what you do, and you deserve to be rich, and the world will benefit from you being rich. Okay? Have a wonderful Tuesday. Speak to you guys next week.